안녕하세요. Hello K-friends, welcome back to my channel. Tomorrow is my husband's birthday, so I'm making a special kind of kimchi today instead of usual kind. Save this recipe to try anytime. It's so easy and delicious. Ready to start? Napa cabbage preparation. The cabbage we are using today weighs 5 pounds. Cut the cabbage in half, then split the rest with your hands. Cut it in half again and split. Cut off the bottom part, and since the inside parts are short, cut them into bite-sized pieces. For thicker stems, slice them in the middle and then cut it into bite-sized pieces. This allows the cabbage to brine quicker. Do the rest in the same way. Once all the cabbage is cut, wash it in water once. This helps the cabbage to be brined better later. In a bowl, mix 3 cups of water and 1 cup of Korean sea salt until the salt dissolves. If you don't have Korean sea salt, you can use regular fine salt about 3/4 cup. Place the washed cabbage in a large bowl and sprinkle a little salt water over it. Add more cabbage and sprinkle more salt water. Pour the remaining salt water over and add any undissolved salt on top and mix a little. Let it sit for about an hour, turning it over halfway through. 30 minutes later, turn it over. 30 minutes later, the cabbage should be well brined. It's better to have the stems crunchy rather than bent when eating, as it won't taste too salty. Rinse the cabbage twice in water and drain well. Normally, the time it takes to salt the cabbage for kimchi varies depending on the size of the cabbage and the amount of salt used, and it usually takes 5 to 10 hours. But today's kimchi is made for eating right away, so it was only salted for about an hour. While draining, let's make the kimchi seasoning. Add about a handful of chives or green onions. Today I will use chives. Slice them to an appropriate length. Here are the ingredients for the kimchi seasoning. Let's put everything into a blender. Add a half a chopped onion. Use 1 small onion or half a large onion. Here's a half of a large apple chopped. You can use a pear instead of an apple. If it's difficult to find pears overseas, you can use apples instead. Likewise, use 1 small apple or half a large apple. Today, instead of using flour paste, I will use a half cup of rice. If making flour paste is inconvenient, you can use leftover rice from home. Flour paste or rice is added to kimchi to help fermentation and to make the seasoning stick well to the cabbage. Add 10 cloves of garlic, a little ginger, 2 tablespoons of salted shrimp, half a cup of fish sauce, and 2 tablespoons of honey. You can use sugar instead of honey. Blend well. Pour the fine blended mixture into a bowl. Add 1 cup of gochugaru and mix well. I used mild gochugaru, but if you don't like it spicy, you can reduce the amount. If you want it a bit sweeter, you can add a little more honey or sugar at this point. Add the drained cabbage. Mix well so that the seasoning coats evenly. Even if the same ingredients and recipe are used, the taste of kimchi can vary slightly between different homes and regions and countries. This is because kimchi is a fermented food, and slight variations in temperature and time during fermentation can affect its flavor. Once the seasoning is well mixed, add the sliced chives and mix gently. If you mix the chives from the beginning, they might give off a grassy smell, so it's better to add them at the end and mix gently. If you follow this recipe for a whole head of kimchi, it will taste really good. Let me try one. This kimchi is super crunchy and delicious. This mixed kimchi can be delicious right away with rice, and it tastes even better after being refrigerated and ripened for a day. Fast, easy, and delicious kimchi is done. Did you like the recipe? Tomorrow I'm going to show how to set up a Korean birthday table for my husband. Stay tuned. I will see you next week. 감사합니다. 안녕히 계세요. Bye bye. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe.